Apple is facing a brand new legal battle. And it's not about iPhones or App Store fees. This time, two authors are accusing Apple of using pirated books to train its artificial intelligence models. If the claims hold, this could reshape how big tech builds AI. So what's going on? What are the authors asking for? And what does this mean for Apple users like you? Here are the basics. Authors Grady Hendrix and Jennifer Robertson filed a proposed class action lawsuit in federal court in Northern California. They say Apple used a dataset called Books 3, which contains thousands of copyrighted works scraped and pirated from the internet, to train its artificial intelligence models, including Apple's OpenELM. The lawsuit points to Apple's own research paper about OpenELM, where Apple mentioned the use of Red Pajama, a collection that includes Books 3. And Books 3 has been at the center of similar lawsuits against other AI companies. The plaintiffs aren't just asking for damages. They want a jury trial, and if they win, they're asking for statutory and compensatory damages, meaning money for the authors whose works were allegedly used without permission. Restitution and disgorgement, basically Apple giving up any profits tied to this practice. A permanent injunction stopping Apple from using these materials in its AI models. And here's the big one. They want the destruction of Apple's AI models and training sets that include these copyrighted works. That's a massive ask, because it could wipe out years of development in Apple's AI strategy. This lawsuit doesn't come out of nowhere. Just recently, Anthropic settled a similar case for $1.5 billion, a record number in the AI copyright debate. Meanwhile, Meta actually won a case where a judge ruled that training on copyrighted books could fall under fair use. That ruling has given AI companies some cover. Even President Trump weighed in recently, saying, "You can't be expected to have a successful AI program when every single article, book, or anything else that you've read or studied you're supposed to pay for. You just can't do it." So there's a legal tug of war. Some courts side with authors, others with tech companies. Apple now finds itself right in the middle. Critics of the lawsuit argue Apple isn't the real villain. They say Books 3 is the pirated source. And unless that dataset itself is declared illegal, going after Apple is shaky. Others point out that Apple has licensed material from publishers for AI training, meaning not all of its data sources are questionable. On the flip side, authors and their supporters stress that Apple is one of the richest companies in the world, and if it benefits from their work, they deserve to be paid. After all, Apple is fiercely protective of its own intellectual property, so why shouldn't authors get the same respect? So, what does this mean for everyday users? For one, if the lawsuit succeeds, Apple's AI features, branded as Apple Intelligence, could face delays, major rewrites, or even destruction of existing models. That could slow down new iPhone and Mac features that rely on AI. It also feeds into the bigger debate. Should creative work be free fuel for AI, or should companies pay for every page, article, and book? This case could set a precedent for how future AI tools are built, and who gets compensated. For authors, it's about fairness. For tech companies, it's about whether AI as we know it is even sustainable. So what do you think? Should Apple, and other tech giants, pay authors for training data, or is this just how technology evolves? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like if you found this helpful, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on the intersection of tech, law, and the future of AI.